Okay, this is Ringwalk Media in association with Red Lion Specialist Cars, Highland Whiskey Clan and MJ Catterall, Billy Deniz. Here we are, Saturday night, it's boxing and Kel Surprise, here you are. Nice to see you.
Yeah, mate, do you know what? Connor just walked out and I've come to watch my mate Connor. You know, if it wasn't for him, I don't think I'd be boxing now, to be fair. He used to pick me up and take me to Pat Parrott's gym and that.
Pat Parrott?
Pat Parrott's
Is that a new boxer?
Yeah, Pat Parrott's gym when I was younger. So,
right. It's all going off here. Look, there's a load of stuff going on. Yeah, keep that door shut. That security guard needs to be told. Anyway, listen, Pat Parrott.
Yeah.
What's that all about, Billy?
No, honestly, I've just come to watch my mate Connor. You know, like I said, I won't be probably boxing if it wasn't for him anyway. But yeah, he just boxed really well. 4-rounder. He's not been out for a while, so yeah.
That's right.
It's good to, you know, I like to come and watch the boxing and support the locals, especially Kevin's fighters. And it's one of Kevin's local shows, you know, I've boxed on here many times. So, yeah, it's good to see who's up and coming and what's coming.
Well, listen, so let's talk about you, because you love that subject. Last time out, Mickey Ellison. Nearly stopped him in the first and then got a little bit excited, sir.
Yeah, a bit too excited.
Come on, tell me about the fight.
Yeah, do you know what? The fight was good. I think I boxed well at times, and then other times I thought, let's have a fight, let's have a scrap. You know, everyone was saying, oh, it's going to be a good fight, this and blah, blah, blah. So I thought, I need to live up to that. I need to live up to it massively, so let's do it. So that's why, yeah, it was a good fight. Credit to Mickey, he's a tough guy, hitting with some serious shots in there, and you know he was still standing on his feet by the end of it. But yeah, it was a good fight, a good experience fighting on Callum's undercard. Good small packed arena.
Yeah.
And you know I was quite lucky to have it quite busy from when I got on the show. You know I was the last one before the main card, so it was busy. It was loud. Obviously, you know I always bring a crowd, so it was loud. And yeah, I just did love the experience.
Well, listen, you're starting to get that recognition now. You've worked hard, you've grafted, you've done these small hall shows. It's a natural progression to get on the undercards now and start to move up into the TV shows. Can be frustrating because there's probably less of them to get on. How do you keep yourself motivated during that time?
Listen, mate, I'm one of them, you know, I live and breathe this. I train all the time, try and stay in the best shape I can, just in case, especially with these Saudi cards, you don't know when you might get that phone call of Turkey and you need to be ready to go. So I try and keep myself in tip-top shape, fight ready as much as I can, really. You know, and it's a lifestyle, you got to live it, and people who don't live it, they get caught out or you get shows in fights and stuff. I try and stay as fit as possible, so that's what keeps you motivated. You never know what can happen, you never know what opportunity is round the corner, you never know when that phone's going to ring.
One of those things is the weight, of course. You look at Josh Padley, 4 days notice for a world title shot against Shakur Stevenson, and the only reason, I know there were 2 or 3 names there, he was the one closest to the weight. So it's one of those, it's damned if you do, damned if you don't.
A few pounds can be life-changing, like it has been for Josh Padley. You know, a few pounds could be that life-changing moment, and you don't want to kick yourself and think, oh, why want I closer to the fight weight? Why did I have that McDonald's that night and this and that? Do you know what I mean? So
you got to live the life.
Yeah, listen, mate. It's a dangerous sport. You know, it's not a joke what we do. So you're doing injustice to yourself, not living the life and not staying ready and not being prepared for any means necessary.
Well, the rumours are circling that Callum has got a big fight coming up, possibly in June, maybe July. Probably going to be a stadium fight. I'm assuming your opening is going to put a word in for you, and you can get on that as well. Yeah,
mate. Honestly, I'm lucky to have a good friend like Callum. You know, he's probably one of British's big.
He's a great lad. One of
British's biggest boxers at the minute, and he's a good lad. He's a good mate of mine. You know, so I'm lucky to have that because I can get on the little backside of them cards, and it helps me obviously for my profile and stuff. So.
And the experience is
definitely, especially like a stadium fight. If it is a stadium, like maybe the whole of Barnsley this time, because we've already boxed in Barnsley at Oakwell, but maybe it's the full stadium this time. That would be electric. That would be amazing.
That's what the rumour is.
Well,
and I think it'd sell out very, very quickly.
Oh yeah, I think it would too. Personally, you know, I'd sell a load of tickets like that as well. But Callum could sell that arena himself, I'm sure. So yeah.
Well, you're not needed then.
Yeah, I'm not needed, but you know, I'm just there for moral support. You know what I mean? I'm there to keep the people who have come to or have bought tickets. I'll just keep them entertained till Callum comes out.
Well, listen, a couple of other things to talk about. Obviously, last night, big night at the Royal Albert Hall for the ladies. One of your sort of stable mates, if you like, were part of Kevin Murray's stable. Jasmina Zabakoshnia. I'll get it right, otherwise I'll get into trouble.
I'm not saying it.
No. She beat a very, very talented Chloe Watson for the European title. I mean, that's fantastic for Jasmina.
Oh yeah, definitely. I texted Kevin last night on WhatsApp and said congratulations for another champion added to the stable. well, I'll be here tomorrow, blah blah. And yeah, they was in a very, very good fight. You know, it was back and forward, and there was literally a few rounds in it. They could have given it either way, but Jasmina nicked it, and I think she did do enough to nick it. So credit to Jasmina, credit to the team. You know, Mark's doing really well with everyone. Callum's booming now, Jasmina, and you got another one of that same stable here tonight. The postman is looking at me right now.
The postman's going to clear off because the camera's going on.
Yeah.
Well, we've found the postwoman now. Jasmina's new nickname is the postwoman.
I know, I seen that the other day, but yeah. Listen, if it rolls, it rolls. It's a business at the end of the day.
Well, we've got to get you a nickname, and I can't think we can broadcast the ones you've currently got.
Listen, let's not get involved with that. You're going to get me in trouble, are you?
Me?
Yeah, you're going to get me in trouble. I should be getting you in trouble.
Listen, I don't need anyone to get me in trouble.
I don't either. Drama follows me everywhere, and I don't need that.
Well, there you go. Me and you on a night out.
I'm trying to just box and do my thing and live my life peacefully.
You definitely don't want to come out with me.
No.
Listen, main event tonight, Sylvia Dolegala. She's got a Central Area title fight. Another one that's grafting on the small halls, and you know she's had a couple of really good fights. She got jumped on Callum's undercard as well, so got that experience. Now she's coming back for a title. Good shout tonight. Yeah, definitely. You know, like I just said, this could be another title that Kevin adds to his stable as well with Sylvia, on which I do think she will come out with flying colours. You know, and it's good to see people like you here on these small halls, because without you, people like you coming to the small halls, people would like not know who I was and not know who, for example, Connor was on Sylvia and all these sort of people. And this is what it's about, boxing, and it needs to grow, and people need to know who these people are on these small. That's why I like coming to them, because I like to have a nosy and think, oh, who's coming up, who's this next superstar, or who's going to be the next British champ of this, and you know, I like to have a look at myself. And it keeps people interested, and it's just good to have these sort of interviews and people like you, like I said, at these sort of shows. Well, these sort of shows breed the future. So someone said to me today, you come from the Royal Albert Hall last night to Oldham Leisure Centre. That's the job, though. And do you know what I said? The ring's the same size. Yeah. Still the same respect. So anyone that gets in a boxing ring, you know, deserves a respect, whether it's Oldham Leisure Centre or as it's the Royal Albert Hall. It doesn't matter. Oh, yeah, listen, mate, it's the same sport, same risks, same rewards. Exactly. You know? And like I said, if people want for like people like you, I would never have been noticed until I went on that first Sky show in Barnsley. So it's a business at the end of the day, and you got to make noise, you got to be known, and these sort of things come from. But like you say, you've got to build yourself up from these small hall shows, especially like people like me. I never had no amateur background, I kickbox, so world champion then. Yeah, no, but it's not the same. You know what I mean? Like, if it weren't for Kevin and other promoters and managers like GBM and all them lot, what you want doing these small hall shows and these local shows for these local fighters, you don't know where anyone would be, and you don't know who's going to step up and carry the torch, for example. Well, listen, you are now stepping up onto the big shows, and let's keep our fingers crossed that you jump on one of those coming up very soon, next 2 or 3 months. I'm sure you'll be ready. Obviously, you're over at Champs Camp with Joe. I had a catch up with Joe this week early down in London. He's in good spirits. He's getting on with things. But obviously, everybody was very saddened with the news that he's unwell. But he seems to be getting on with it, and life seems to be normal for Joe at the moment. What's it like over there at Champs Camp with everybody? Listen, mate, it is sad news what's happened with Joe, but I don't think Joe or us at the gym are letting that dwell on us as a gym and us as a team. Like, Joe's one of them. He's like me. I couldn't stay at home and just rest and do this and do that. Like, he's a gym rat. So he wants to be in the gym. He wants to see us working. He wants to be there, and he's passionate about what he does. He wants the scales working. He wants it. Listen, he's right. No calibrated scales. He's right, but he's passionate about what he does, and it shows, especially with all this now going on. Like the last fight, I had a lot of people saying, "Oh, why I want Joe there and this and that." Like, I knew. I didn't get told, but I knew just something wasn't right, and that's for Joe to tell me in the right time. I had good people in my corner, Marcus and Macaulay. So it just, as long as everyone keeps positive like we all are, and we keep pushing him and he's pushing us, we're all family at the end of the day, we're a team, so as long we're all with him and he's all with us, so that's how it is at the end of the day. Well, listen, we hope that Joe gets through these things, and obviously early on in the week he was very positive, so best wishes to Joe again. I'll know when there's a problem when he doesn't say 40 bars, 40 jumps on the bar, 500 on the Versa, get your hands up, what are you doing, move your feet in and out. I'll know there's a problem when I don't hear that come out of his mouth. But then, but like I said, the gym's booming, I'm doing good, and we're at Oldham Leisure Centre.
with Ringwalk Media.
Well, here we are with Billy Deniz. Listen, it's good to see you. I know there's a couple of other fights you want to go out and see. We need to go and have a chat with Conor Ward now, as he's had a good 4-rounder. Get out there with Naeem Ali and got the rust off, and looking forwards as well. So nice to see you, my friend. Let's keep our fingers crossed. There's some news for you soon, and keep out of trouble.
Always. You too.